Let me tell you what styling is.
So, Rihanna halftime. Listen, I'm here. I'm chilling. I'm showing my guests some things in the house, some changes. Then my man Leroy Houghton. I said Rihanna. I'm like, oh shit, it's time to go. So we all run down the stairs carefully because I don't need nobody to bust their ass no more. No shots to nobody. You know what the freaking is.
I need this playlist.
So, yeah. See your face on the screen. I actually got to rewatch it because I missed. I don't like to miss anything. I missed maybe like 2-3 seconds of it. But see her face on the screen here. Bitch better have my money. I was like, oh, what? You just took a shot. I'm like, yo, whoa. You opened with that? I was surprised. I was taken back. I'm like, ooh, okay. And of course, this story is already out here or whatever. But like, I'm gonna just show you the first reactions. It's funny just seeing, it's 2 men here, 2 women here, looking at, a beautiful, Rihanna is just always sex appeal is right there. Got this red on, a lot of white ninjas around. Like they look like white ninjas to me, draped in white cloths, whatever. And she's wearing draped in red, and she got a little bump in the stomach. And first thing, I don't know when she had her baby. I don't know when that was or how long ago that was. But a lot of people was like, "Oh, little postpartum bump, little postpartum belly." That's how they looked at it. I don't know how long it takes to wear that belly off. I know it varies for a lot of people, for different reasons. But it was like, all right, cool. She's still performing, doing her thing, whatever. She's suspended in the air. I thought that was fire. That was dope. I don't think I've seen that before. I think Lady Gaga or somebody was suspended for a second and then jumped off, whatever. Her or Pink, I don't know. Both of them be suspended. And but she just on the little platform, got people on the other side. Apparently, old boy dancer fell on the platform. Then fell off the platform. That would have been a different story. That would have been a different. I wonder if anything like that has happened at the Super Bowl. I mean, outside of the Janet titty slip, like I wonder if anything has happened so chaotic, so reckless or chaotic that they had to stop the performance. I wonder. I had to go through my history of Super Bowls, and not a shout out to Billboard because they just be saying things. They just be talking with their mouth, and they just want to keep putting out all these lists and top rappers, and they had the nerve to put top Super Bowl performances and they had Prince #1, which is valid, and then it goes to like Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson is like 10. When I'm like, dog, what are we? Y'all really just gonna stick with this Michael Touch Kids thing, huh? Y'all just gonna keep that on. Like that's your little hanging black cloud every time y'all bring up that man's name. And it's yet to been proved. I feel like it's been disproven, to be honest, but it's another story. But yeah, man, Rihanna, she came out with "Bitch Better Have My Money." She performed. I forgot about some of the songs. She performed "Work." Work, which is like, you remember it when you hear it, but I'm like, I forget. It just slipped your mind sometimes because we haven't seen her in 5-7 years, performing. So just to see her and do those songs and remember them and Wild Thoughts, and granted, we talk about this all the time. Beyonce is a total package. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith. I'm sure he was thinking about Beyonce the whole time. Beyonce is a total package. She is fine. She's beautiful. She got a nice body. Just the physical appearance is stellar. Then she could sing. Then she could dance. Then her body of work is amazing. Renaissance was a really, 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 really good album. I'm all over the place. We're gonna touch on the Grammys just a little bit because it's a little bit old, but like Renaissance, I had to remind myself of how impressed I was because Beyonce do Beyonce. She be leveling up every time, and for her to still hit me, I'm like, oh, this is. Granted, maybe it doesn't sound the same for some people because some people are low key homophobic and they don't want to do all the dance thing, and some people just like they heard "Break My Soul." They're like, oh, I'm out. people read a just a book by the cover. I'm like, there's so many other vibes on here. There's little country twang, little slow songs. It's it was definitely album of the year. I'm gonna say it like that. However, Beyonce can do all these things, check all these boxes. A lot of people, Sierra, she cute, she could dance. Nobody disputing that ever. She could dance. Can she sing the best? Probably not. Catalog, iffy. Janet could dance her ass off. We know that. Singing, cool little tune. I don't want no problems. Cool little tune. Who else we got? Whoever Keisha Cole could sing her ass off. I don't know about dancing. It's always lacking something, So for Rihanna, not the most amazing singer, not the best dancer in the world, but she has like an it factor. She has sex appeal for sure. I mean, maybe as a man speaking, let me not even say that. There are women that want to, fuck Rihanna today. So with no hesitation, will drop their man. And happy Valentine's Day to y'all people out there if y'all care about that thing. There's a lot of red going on in this vibe, but happy Valentine's Day. It's the 14th. So, but Rihanna, she was doing that Wild Thought. She surprised me by playing Pour It Up. I never in a million years, in a zillion years, would have thought Pour It Up, watch it all fall out. It feels like a urban hit almost. Like it almost feels like, yeah, I love them strippers. Yeah, I love them strippers. You're not gonna hear that at the Super Bowl, but Rihanna is cross genre everything. So Pour It Up, strip club song, but pop song. A lot of people know the song, so she let that thing ride. All I see is dollar signs. What also surprised me, which granted, this man is not in the best mental space, and we see it unfold all too often. She played 2 Kanye tracks. That's how I looked at it anyway. I mean, she was prevalent on those songs, like she did for sure. Made the right choice by playing those songs. You're going to play All the Lights. All the Lights, actually, you know what? I mean, you are all over that song, so play that song. But I didn't think about that. I forget about that sometimes. And of course, we're going to cut the Kanye song. We ain't going to say the Kanye verse. Then she played Run This Town. I'm like, okay, you played 2 bad. It's like, I love when people just focus on the music, and that's what Billboard needs to figure out. You can't put Michael Jackson 50 on, or Rolling Stone, all y'all. You can't put Michael Jackson 50 behind some of these other singers. Like, it don't make sense. So, and she did all this. Now, we mentioned, saw a little bump. People thought it was postpartum. Then we realized, and I don't know if I'm saying that right, I apologize, but then we see that, oh, no, it's ASAP number 2. She got another kid. She is pregnant. Prego, what's the Prego pasta sauce? She is pregnant on live TV and killing it and holding it down. And shout out to ASAP Rocky. It makes all the sense in the world. What's that, y'all? Baby number 2. You might as well listen. People say all the time they don't want nobody. I'm an only child, so I get it. People like, I want my kid to have, a brother, sister, some siblings. So they be popping in right away, like going right back and forth. So I get it. And y'all got it. Y'all got it. Shout out to ASAP Rocky. I saw him in his on TV, wise, but I saw him on his jacket with his Rihanna logo in the background. I'm like, all right, you gonna support that girl? She is a billionaire, a B. So it was a good time. I enjoyed all the performance. I also enjoyed her just being by herself. Like, they only promoted her being by herself all this week, like, or all last 2 months, basically. Rihanna. You never heard nothing about no features. We all just black people. We just speculating. Oh, she gonna bring out Hove. Oh, she gonna bring out. Oh, who she gonna bring out? She gonna bring out Drizzy Drake. They got songs together. Who she gonna bring out? Nobody. Instead, she brought out a lot of sperm. And it's funny because I'm stealing this a little bit, but not really. Like I saw a meme as I'm watching the game. I tried to stay with the phone as much as I can. I was watching the game, I was enjoying it, and we was having a great time here at the crib. And I'm seeing a meme was saying like this is how this performance look with looks like a vulva and a bunch of sperm going trying to fertilize the egg type shit. And I was like, oh, that's funny. That is what that looks like. I didn't think nothing about it. Then the next day it was like they broke it all down. Like they broke the set list down. Like this is what she was playing. She's basically pretty much creating life in our face. Like this is what is happening. Like she starts with bitch better have my money, ends it with diamonds. It goes through the whole motions of love and transcending and all this stuff, whatever. And you do see all these fallopian tube, gestures and motifs and all these little white ninjas flowing around, which looks like sperm. I'm sure that is a triple entendre. Don't ask me how. So she did that. She enjoyed that, and then Chiefs won. So that's that. But it was a really, really, really good time. It was a fun game. A lot of moments where like, ooh, like, and I like hearing people be excited about football because you don't get that all the time. Sometimes we get a dud of a game. Sometimes we get like a real low scoring game or a real high or just a blowout, which nobody wants to see a blowout. It's corny, it's annoying. People like, yo, all right, we're gonna head out early. Super Bowl parties. Hey, shout out to Alejandro. You don't listen to this podcast. JP, you do. But shout out to Alejandro. We need to have like some kind of going away ceremony for like the football parties that were had because he really was a staple. There was an era where this man threw these parties, maybe mostly his parents, but he was definitely there. Got the queso. This is before I was even in the queso, man. Like I missed out on a lot of things, but yeah, that was a vibe. And this game was good, man. I can't complain about the game. Outside of the Eagles losing, I can't complain. It was a good game, and Mahomes is that boy. Oh, shout out to what's my man's name? What's my man's name? The old white man, Bradshaw, Terry Bradshaw. Terry Bradshaw is 1,000 years old. And Andy Reid is up there, and Andy Reid has always been a big guy. There's a lot of talk about cheeseburgers all throughout the post game shows, and it was starting to get a little weird. But Terry Bradshaw is a old 2,000-year-old man, and he is not in the best shape at all whatsoever. He got some hippage going on, and he had the nerve to push this man in front of him aside, like, hey, let me get to my man. Come on over here. Waddle over here. Waddle. Bitch ass bitch. Waddle. He said, Andy, why don't you waddle your ass over here with your fat ass? Paco and the Kettle Black, my nigga. Like, what are you? Y'all can waddle together there, cause and granted, he was waddling. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna. He definitely was waddling a little bit, but he was just talking all this cat shit. Like, hey man, go get you a cheeseburger. I'm like, yo, why you? Yeah, I got a beat that we don't know about. I don't understand. Speaking of beats, man, that Bill Russell documentary is pretty cool. I think it's called Legend on Netflix. Him and Wilt just going back and forth is just amazing. It was an amazing time. And shout out to whoever's editing these videos, man, because like y'all are making these videos look so crisp. This footage from like 1950s, 60s, just looking crisp. I'm like, yeah, footage. It's amazing.